Welcome back, guys. WTDN Hurricane here, and since last episode, I've been doing a little bit around the base here, just harvesting the sugarcane and the wheat. I found a village, so we now have carrots and potatoes over there. Not many, but it's a start. I got an enchanting table going because I also stole the bookcases from the village itself, and I kind of enchanted a sword. Now, I wasn't expecting it to be anything good because all it said was Fire Aspect 2 on it, and well, that can go either way, but it's better than I was expecting. And I forgot to record it, so whoops. But anyways, what I wanted to do today is start laying out where exactly I'm going to be putting the Iron Golem spawning pads. It's going to take up a lot of space, but I need to know so that way I can figure out where I want to put other things, which I will talk to you about probably as we continue. But so the first thing what I thought I would do is actually jump into a different world here and show you this is what I'm talking about. This is an iron golem spawning pod, I'm going to call it. And as you can see, I got two of them over there, one, two, and then I've got this one and the one down below there. And they spawn, they fall down, they get funneled, and so on. But this is the sheer size of them. And they have to be a certain distance away from each other vertically and horizontally here. So this is what I'm going to do, except in my single player world, I think I'm going to also, at that center there, branch off going this way and branch off going that way. So we're going to have 8 of these in total, 8 pods in total. That way we can have tons of iron coming in at all times, and then I don't have to go mining as often. So that's the plan for these things, but these are just, they're massive. Like, as you can see, that's 100 or so blocks up there, and then, but they're pretty easy to do. You just need the villagers, which is why I needed to find the villages. And if we go over to the center here, this is where they all collect. We have one right now, which is interesting. So yeah, this is what I have to start laying out, and the first one I place, I have to count across to figure out where I'm putting the center, and I'm going to base everything around this. So that is what I have to now figure out here. So if we take a look, over the water there, it's not really important that it's over top of water. But for what I'm going to do is I'm planning on also having a mob system in the center, because that's kind of a cross shape where the Iron Golem farms are. So I'm going to put a huge mob system in the center of that to kind of fill up the space there. And I have to figure out where I can place that. And having it over top of the water just makes it easier because I don't have to light up all the land, even though I probably will be. But I think what I'm going to do is just pick a point on here, and I'll use this acacia piece as my marker. So if this is my house over there, this is kind of the middle of the island here. Okay, so we'll go... Okay. So I'm going to place this right here. This is going to be the center this way. And now I just have to go into the water and figure out where I want to put the huge... Oh, wait a second. Now if I do that, then my building's going to be underground. Like in the water itself, which could be cool. An underwater base, and then have the iron golem things above. Yeah, okay, I will do that. So now I just gotta bridge out there and figure out how far is that going to take me. I need So from this, if this is the edge of where the pod is, and then it goes up, I need to go out 60... What is it now? 68? Yeah, I believe it's 68. I'll double check for sure, but... So if I have 53, 60... Okay. This should work. So I'm going to build this out, and I'll find where the middle is of this, and then that'll give us something to work with. So I will be back when I have this all sorted out. Okay, so what have I done here? Well, I laid out my original blocks here. Okay, that's what these planks were. I figured out how far I needed to go, but that's just for a straight line. So these two villages would be far enough apart, no problem. But that one there and this one here would interfere because they're close, right? You can see this diagonal to get to actually that torch right there. This is a shorter distance than to go straight all the way to the edge of that dirt. And that would have been a problem. So what I ended up having to do is extend all of them by 16 blocks. So this one here goes to there. That distance there is far enough apart that the villages will not merge. And I did the same thing for that one, this one, and that one. So this is still the center, which I had created earlier, but I had to extend all of these out. So we now go 50 blocks in each direction. And that is the edge of where these spawning pads are going to start. So what do I mean by that? Well, this block here tells me that my village has to start here. So this is where I'm going to start building my giant cube. And then we're going to fill it up, and we're going to build the next one up in the sky, over there, and so on. It's just going to repeat itself over and over again. But this is how far apart these have to be. So I'm really glad I caught that before I started building, because I would have been 16 blocks too short in every direction, and that would have meant a lot of work to fix. But I got it under control now. They should be far enough apart that I don't have to worry about them merging, because if they do merge, then I have a serious issue on my hands. But what I'm going to do now is cut down all these trees, because I don't need them in the way anymore. Pick a building block, stockpile it, because I'm going to need a ton of it. And then I'm going to try to do some work on this, because the faster I get this up and running, the easier this is going to be for me to build, because I'm going to have iron coming in. And I also need to get the villagers going, and that's such a headache. But that's okay. That'll work. It's okay. So, one more thing. This here is just the outline of my distance. This is just my measuring tools. I'm probably not going to build this right at water level, just in case I want to ride boats around or something. I don't have to worry about moving around all of my stuff. Also, if I put the spawning pad at water level, then that means my tunnels for shipping the iron golems into the center here are going to be underwater, and I don't want that. I want to actually be able to see them getting funneled in from all four directions. So I'm going to have to figure out how high up I want them, and then how high up I want the other section. Yeah. So it's a lot of planning right now, but for something on this large of a scale, doing 4 iron golem spawning pads, 2 stacks high, that's a lot of work, and I do not want to mess it up. So I've been on the wiki trying to figure out if I have everything correct, that everything's far enough apart, and well, now we just have to build and hope everything works out. So I'm gonna do a bit. I'm probably not going to get it all done right now because that's quite a bit. So I'm going to start building, see how far I can get with the materials that I have, because I don't actually have very much right now. Can I sleep? No, I can't sleep from this far. Dang it. Let me just jump in here and show you. So that's all I got. That's it. So I got to do quite a bit of mining. It would be nice to have a beacon, but I don't have that because I haven't killed any withers. So I might just go into the nether, go check out that wither farm once I get tired of trying to build this. But for right now, I'm going to get started on that, laying it all out. Maybe get the squares at least for the bases so I can work off of that. So I will see how much I can get done and give you guys an update. Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update here where I cleared out the trees, and just the sheer scale of this is just enormous. Because the pods are going to be on the outside of these lines. So this is going to be quite a undertaking for me. I've set up a quick little storage and smelting area here because I'm going to be needing a lot of material, lumber and stone and whatnot. So yeah, just got this set up real quick. But the one thing I did want to do is, if I'm going to be mining a lot of stone, I'm hoping that this pickaxe here will make that a little bit easier. And I did get to level 30 in the last night here, so let's take a look and see what I can get. Okay, efficiency 4, that's good. It'll make it faster. But did I get soak touch and unbreaking? No. Oh, that sucks. I really wanted to get silk touch on this because I'm probably going to be using stone bricks. They look pretty nice in my opinion. I can get some andesite going too, which you can mix into the build to separate colors a little bit and textures. But not having any fortune or silk touch, that is great. Whoa. Although, is it just because it's dark, or is there a spawner nearby? Ah, definitely because it's dark. Okay, well, I'm going to start mining, getting some much needed... Oh, I don't have any stone. So much quicker, though. Getting some much needed supplies going for this build. And see how much I get done. Because this is a lot. So, I'll be back in a bit. Alright, so, just got back from mining. A couple diamonds and got some good ores. But you may have noticed that my pick is about to run out. So, I'm going to have to make another one. Gonna take a couple of these and a couple of these. Yeah, so I need to make another one, and I've got 30 levels, so we're gonna do it right. Hopefully. And this time we're getting efficiency and soak touch. For sure. It has to be done. Well, you know, sometimes you get a good pick. Ooh. All right, I'm happy. I'm happy with that. Yep. That works for me. You just gotta believe that it'll happen. It'll happen. I'm just gonna make a quick chest here because I want to put the lapis in it. There we go. Diamond for sure. Why not those? Okay, so yeah. I haven't made any building progress because I was really hoping to get Silk Touch, but because I don't have Silk Touch yet, I'm going to have to start up these furnaces. Going to have to get them going, smelting full time, because I'm not going to get stone any other way. So, I didn't want to have to do this, but that's fine. Back to the good old days, I guess. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it an episode here. Don't exactly know how long it is, but I have done quite a bit of work just planning this out and doing some mining and getting some stuff. So hopefully this is still a long enough episode. Make sure to leave a comment if I have messed up my math here and I have the wrong what do you call it? Dimensions. That's a good word for it. So, yeah, I know I have gone further than I need to, because you only need to be about 65 blocks away if you're sharing the same direction, and I've gone 70 blocks on the diagonal, just to make sure that I'm not going to have any interference with this iron golem farm merging with that one. I just want to make sure that they're far enough apart. I think I can move them closer, but for what it's worth, I'm just going to leave it. Overkill is sometimes better, and it gives me more space inside to build a massive mob system if I plan to do that, which I think I do. But for right now, I'm just going to do the layout of it and see what comes of it later. Oh, and that when I went underneath here and I killed that skeleton with the enchanted bow, I got it. Power 1 on breaking 1, so yeah, pretty happy with that. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for today. I know it was more of a talky episode and planning, but you'll find if you don't plan things out well in advance that you end up getting into hiccups and having problems, because I was only here before, now I'm all the way out to there in every direction, so yeah, sometimes planning is definitely required. But hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Maybe you learned a little bit, maybe not, who knows. But I will see you in the next one.